Hi everyone, my name is Nina Zeta and I'm Director of Partnerships at Sidewalker Daily. Today we're going to talk about how to tell if you're ready to start earning money on Instagram. Now, one of the big questions I get, because I'm on the brand side, I'm the one that's basically saying yay or nay to tourism boards and hotels influencer requests. One of the things I always hear is like, how many followers do I need? Or how big do I have to be? And I'm going to just nip this in the butt right now. There is no magic number. I know everyone wants to hear there's a number. I will say that there's sometimes clients will say, okay, you need a minimum of X. But at the end of the day, it's about your engagement and your loyal followers. And if you actually have influence, that is the key. And later in this video, we're going to actually talk about how to test your influence. So you're going to want to make sure to stick around till the end so that you can know exactly how to test it. At the end of the day, only you know how you got your following and your audience. And you don't want to embarrass yourself by selling a fake level of influence. Now, I do agree that fake it till you make it can only take you so far. I'm a big proponent of fake it till you make it, but I also think that there's ethics and just good old fashioned honesty that needs to come to play. If a brand is coming to you because they think you have a certain level of influence and you can't even sell one pair of sunglasses that are like $29.99, but you have like hundreds of thousands of followers, that's embarrassing. And this industry is too small to get that sort of reputation. I mean, at the agency I would work with and multiple agencies, we have like a list. We're like, okay, this person does lots of giveaways. This person does is growing at a crazy rate. Like we keep an eye on that. So at the end of the day, it's up to you to be honest with how you got that number. One of my favorite theories is the theory of 1,000 fans. So what this means is you really, at the end of the day, just need 1,000 humans all across the world to make moves when you say, when you're like jump, they jump. When you're like, hey, I'm doing an in-store event, they come. They actually are your tribe. They are your people. The rest is just fluff. And I'll put it into perspective. If you had 1,000 humans that spent $100 with you, okay, throughout the whole year, $100 throughout the whole year. So it could be $5 one month, $20 the other. The whole year, that's $100,000 salary that you're making for working on your own. So the theory of 1,000 fans is really focused on cultivating relationships with your following and growing like really strong bonds with them versus having just tons of followers. Brands care about conversion. So if you have case studies that show what your ability to drive traffic, clicks, purchases, impressions, if you're able to show those analytics and take that info and put it in some sort of digestible manner for the brand that you want to work with, it doesn't matter if you have 500 followers, if each 500 of them is actually making the moves that you're asking them to make. So you're the one that actually has some homework to do to go in the back, test your influence, and see how active and engaged your community is. So let's get to the good stuff. Let me give you 3 of my favorite ways to test your influence. The first, this is gonna sound like a no-brainer, but have you thought of creating a bit.ly or a different sort of trackable link to see the number of clicks you can drive? This may sound like, why didn't I think about this? But if you're able to actually drive clicks to a certain link, brands want to see that. And it's also showing you like if your audience is actually making, the moves that you're asking them to. If you can incentivize them to click something, there's money in that. I mean, there are companies on influencer platforms that charge per click. Like they will actually pay you to drive clicks. So start by setting up a bit.ly and seeing if you can get your audience to click on the link that you're suggesting. Now, the second way I always tell my students in my private coaching sessions on how they should test their influence, we like to talk about using a private discount code by teaming up with a brand and using that discount code to see if you can actually drive sales. I mean, so many of us have these, followers and audience, but do we know what type of things they like to buy? Do we know if we can actually get them to buy things? This information is super helpful. So you can go about it a few ways. You can reach out to a brand that you already have a connection with and ask them if they would provide you that discount code so that you could promote, and ask them if they could give you obviously the feedback after, like if you were able to drive any sales. The second way you can do it is feel free to reach out to us at hello@sidewalkerdaily.com. You can reach out to our team. We have a pilot program going on where there are brands that are willing to give you that discount code, and it's a little bit more private because they understand that it's meant to test your influence. And the worst case that happens is you don't sell anything, and they're okay with that. And the best case is you sell something, you're able to get your results, and they get a sale. Okay, so we talked about creating a bit.ly and doing a discount code. The last way, but not obviously the only, but the last way I'm going to suggest is hosting your own giveaway. This could be as easy as going to the store and buying a new product yourself and setting up your own giveaway and see how many people are participating or engaging in your giveaway. I mean, so many of us have these audiences that we don't even know about. The more you can learn from them, I always say that at the end of the day, your audience, your following, your readership, they are your client. They are who you need to serve because they're the ones getting you business. So the more types of these sort of tests that you can do to learn about them, the more successful you will be at the end of the day because you'll be able to turn down partnerships that just don't make sense for your clientele, which is your audience. So those are some ways to test your influence and to know if you're ready to start, making some money on Instagram. If you have more questions, you can always leave a comment below and I will get back to you personally. We have a free resource library that has a resource just for this that helps you test your influence, and I'll leave the link below too in case you want to sign up. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like, a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And I will see you in the next video.